What's up, people? What's up? What's up? I go by the name of Sir Maejor, and right now, people. Okay, that was one of my supporters, folks. Right now, we're gonna be talking about three types of supporters, and you need all three of these supporters in your life, in your circumstances, as you go through what we call life, right? And so we're gonna be talking about three types of supporters that you're gonna need as you embark on your journey, as you embark on life, as you navigate society, right? And as you navigate the blessings that God has before you, folks. And we're going to be talking about those three supporters. First supporter is what we call a distant supporter. You're going to have distant supporters. And sometimes they're going to make you frustrated. You're going to have designated supporters, right? Those who are in your inner circle. And then, of course, you are going to have your divine supporters. And that's on a whole new level. We won't get too deep into that. But what I want to start off by saying is this, people. You're going to need three types of supporters. Your designated supporters, your distant supporters, and your divine supporters. Let me have a seat as I talk to you about these supporters here. Now, with your with your distant supporters, those are going to be the ones on Facebook saying, brother, I support you. You're so necessary to what we got going on. You're so necessary to the community. You're necessary to the movement. Those are those cheerleaders that you got hiding behind the tree. Your distant supporters are going to be the ones that are going to be upping you from a distance. They're going to be talking about how well of a job you've done. Job well done, brother. Job well done, sister. But they won't be on the battlefield with you. I hope that I'm talking to somebody right now. This is not just a soundtrack to my life, but this is something that we all have endured, something that we're all going to continue to endure. Your distant supporters are going to be the ones cheerleading you on, encouraging you on from a distance. They're not meant to be in your inner circle. They're not meant to be right with you. They're not meant to be in close proximity to where you are currently. They're not privileged to information. They're not supposed to have, they won't be able to ascertain the knowledge that you have. Your distant supporters are who they are supposed to be. They're supposed to support you at a distance. I hope that somebody's resonating right now with what I'm talking about. Your distant supporters, you need them. They're necessary. You should appreciate them. But just because they're needed and they're necessary doesn't mean that you have to go out of your way to kiss a distant supporter's behind. Distant supporters are necessary, but you ain't got to go out your way to kiss their behind. Now let's talk about your designated supporters. Designated supporters are handpicked. They're chosen, right? They meet the criteria necessary for you to be able to have them just a little bit closer than your distant supporters. Your designated supporters are handpicked, they're cherry-picked. Someone you know, someone who understands you, someone who you can let them see you sweat, right? It's okay to let them see you sweat. It's okay to let them see your growth. It's okay to let them see you when you're vulnerable. Right? That's what a designated supporter is. A designated supporter. You can trust them a little bit more. You can confide in them just a little bit more. These people are handpicked. They're cherry-picked. You have them in your inner circle, your inner dealings. They can know just a little bit more than your distant supporters. The last one is your divine supporters. Those are your healers. Those are the ones that can understand you when sometimes you don't yet understand yourself. Those are the ones that can give you that guidance, that the direction that you're going to need. Those are the ones that can talk to Jesus, talk to God, talk to the universe, tap into the universe, right? Those are the ones with the third eye. Those are the ones that can help navigate your troubles. So I just want y'all to remember. And sometimes I get frustrated with my distant supporters because the distant supporters are going to be the most loudest. They're going to be the most visible. right? They're going to let you know, hey, Major, I support you, bro. I saw what you did shutting down work release. I saw what you did shutting down a liquor store. I saw what you did, the protests at them. Those are going to be the loud ones. They want to be seen. They want to be obvious. Don't confuse your distant supporters in with your designated supporters. Again, distant, they're going to be more vocal. They're going to be more loud. They're going to be more boisterous. Most flamboyant. Your designated, those are the ones that are chosen, handpicked. They're handpicked. You, and you. And you won't have too many of those handpicked ones. And when we talk about the divine, those are the ones that can tap into the universe, tap into the spirit, right? They can see things that the average person cannot see. They can see things that the naked eye cannot see. But I just want to be very, very clear, abundantly clear to you, that you need all three, because all three plays a purpose. You understand me? All three of them play a role in life, right? You're going to have your seasonal ones. See, some of your distant supporters, some of them are contingent based on your success. I don't think y'all heard me. Some of your distant supporters, they're going to be seasonal. Contingent based on your success. Contingent based on your success. I hope that somebody is resonating what we're talking about tonight. Your distant supporters, those that you have at an arm's length or 2 arms length, they are contingent based on your success. They want to see you good, looking good when you're looking good. They want to support you when the press is positive. They want to support you when you got all the love in the world. They want to support you when you got a big fan base around you. When they see the lights, the cameras, the action. But those same distant supporters, they'll get gone the moment someone says they don't like you. They'll get gone the moment the news reported something negative about you. They'll get gone the moment you get arrested, whether you did something or didn't do anything. They'll get gone when the girls don't like you, when they're not feeling you. They'll get gone when the money's gone. They'll get gone when there's no more TV deals. They'll get gone when you have no more cameos in movies. They'll get gone when there's no more photo shoots. They'll get gone when the luxury stuff is gone. That's when they'll get gone. Don't confuse your distant supporters with your designated supporters. See, the designated supporters are with you through thick and thin. Your designated supporters are going to be with you whether there's press or no press. Your designated supporters are going to be with you when there's money or no money. Your designated supporters are going to be with you when you're going through trial, when you're being indicted, when you've been falsely arrested, when you've been accused, when the rumors are going left and right. Your designated supporters are permanent. They're cemented. I just really want to let my life be the soundtrack to your life. I want my life to be the soundtrack to your life. See, because I don't believe that you should have to go through the mud just because someone else went through the mud. I believe that you should learn from other people's mistakes. Does that make any sense? I believe that you should be able to learn from other people's mistakes. See, black folk, we got this mindset that if I had to fail, you got to fail too. If I had to fail, you got to fail too. I believe that because I failed, you should learn from my mistakes. You should learn from my downfalls. You should learn from my shortcomings. And you should avoid that. I'm giving you the roadmap, the blueprint to my life. And learn from my mistakes. You shouldn't have to endure the same effed up mistakes that I've made and that I'll continue to make. I want it to be clear. There are three types of supporters. Trust me, I know all about them. Three types of supporters. You've got your distant supporter. Some of those will be temporarily. Some of those will be seasonal. You have your designated. Those are handpicked. Those are the ones that are in your inner circle. Those are the ones that are more permanent. But if you should ever get to question your designated ones, just understand that you just got them confused with the designated and the distant ones. Sometimes you may have someone that is in your designated supporters and in your inner circle. You just might need to switch them. Put them back over on the other team for the distant supporters. See, not everybody's meant for you. Not everybody cares like you care. Not everybody's going to look out for your best interest like you going to look out for your best interest. I hope that somebody is understanding this message. And I really pray that you understand it and you apply it. And let's not forget about those divine supporters. Oh, there's something special. And not everyone can get a bunch of divine supporters. All right? So I just wanted to really give y'all this message, and I hope that someone can take this and apply it to their life, apply it to their circumstances, apply it to their daily living, right? Take it from me. Take it from me. Take it from... I've seen all types of supporters, even some that we have a name. You'll get some that'll love to hate on you just because your name is popular. See, they're not going to hate. They're not going to hate just anybody. Oh, no. That's not how this works. They're not going to just hate anybody. They're not going to just bash anybody. They're not going to just criticize anybody. They're not going to just hate and belittle anybody. They're going to go after someone who has a platform. They're going to try to attack somebody who has a name, someone who has a powerful voice. They're going to attack somebody with some influence. They're not going to just attack anybody. Oh, your haters, aka your promoters, they're not going to just attack anybody. Don't get it confused. They're going to go after someone who has a name. Someone who has a face card, someone who's got a little mojo, someone who's got some influence, someone who's intelligent. They're not going to just attack anybody. And I hope that somebody on Facebook Live can resonate what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about my life and my circumstances. I'm trying to give y'all a message that y'all can really apply to in your own circumstances. They're going to hate on you. That's what some people are built for. Just consider it as free promotion. Consider it as publicity. See, because they're not going to just do that for anybody. They're not going to create a hate group just for anybody. They're not going to do that for anybody. You got to be special. You got to be unique. You got to be influential. Right? A lot of the sisters on Facebook said, this blank, she hating on me, or she doing this, she doing that. She can't keep my name out of her mouth. Yes, of course. When you're favored, when you're anointed, when you're gifted, when you are highly blessed, when you're influential, when you get a name for yourself, when you get your own image, your own reputation. Of course, someone who don't have nothing to live for, they don't mind trying to destroy you. They don't mind trying to tear you down. They don't mind trying to shame you. They don't mind trying to bash you. They take great pleasure into running your name in the mud. Why? Because you got something more greater than what they got going on for themselves. You got a lot to lose. You spent a lifetime building your reputation. You spent decades building your resume. And it only takes 2 seconds to destroy you. So be careful and be mindful of how you respond to stuff. Trust me. Learn from me. Learn from me. It takes a lifetime to build your name, to build your resume, to build your credit. And it only takes 2 seconds to destroy everything you built. It only takes 2 seconds 5 minutes to destroy everything that you have built. Don't get tricked, people, out of your position. My mother told me that today. Don't get tricked out of your position. Don't get tricked. Everybody say, don't get tricked out of your position. See, there are people who have nothing to live for. There are people who have nothing going on in their life. There are people unhappy with their appearance. There are people ungrateful of the blessings that they have. There are people who don't have a lot going on for themselves. And they don't mind trying to destroy or sabotage the work that you have put in. Things that you spent time and years and hours of building, of branding. They don't mind trying to destroy what you got going on because they ain't got nothing going on for themselves. So they don't mind trying to tear you down. They don't mind trying to run your name through the mud. A lot of them sit at home with no job. A lot of them sit at home collecting the check. A lot of them sit at home wishing, begging, and praying that they could be you. A lot of them want to be you. A lot of your haters want to be you. They want to be you so bad. They really wish that they've been dealt the hand that you have been given. They want to dress like you. They want the nice sunglasses like you, the nice jewelry like you, the nice fancy suits like you. They want to drive the car that you drive and live in the house that you live in. But what they don't understand is what you had to go through, the fire that you had to walk through. They don't understand what you had to endure. They don't understand how many times you spent at home crying, weeping, starving, trying to make it check for check. See, folks want to be you until they realize what you had to go through to get to where you are now. It's easy to attack those who are being blessed right now, those who are living in that season right now. I just really hope that somebody gets this message. Your haters cannot destroy you. They can only distract you. Let me say that one more time for those who just missed it and for the fellas in the back. Your haters, I'm sweating right now. Your haters cannot destroy you. They can only distract you. They can only distract you. Your haters cannot destroy you. They can only distract you. That's why it's important, people. It's important, people, to put on those blinders, because when you've been anointed by God, when you've been set on your mission, on the mission, and when God uses you as a vessel, you got to be focused, because when another blessing comes from God, you need to know how to handle it, how to deal with it. Folks, everybody want to criticize, and everybody likes to judge, right? They like to judge you, but they have no understanding of what the hell you had to go through. They don't understand the burdens that you had to go through, how you could barely feed yourself, when you was begging and praying for money, when you didn't know when the next time you was going to see your check. But let me tell you, God has always, and that's why I'm always thankful and I'm always humble, God has always pulled through for me, always came through for me. Anytime I start pleading, anytime I start praying, anytime I got on my knees and I said, God, fix this for me. God, get me out of this situation. Lord, show me the way, right? And I've always, thanks, glory be to God, I've always gotten out of situations. Thank glory to God. Because this ain't me. And a lot of people, when they see the activism, they say, Sir Maejor, he's doing it for the cameras. Sir Maejor, he's doing it for this. Sir Maejor's doing it for the... Listen, this is God right here. And that's why I've been able to have stamina. And that's why I've been able to maintain. This is God in the flesh. You're looking at God. You're looking at a powerful, unapologetic black man is what you're looking at. So black brothers, we can tolerate a little more. We can endure a little more. We can walk through the fire just a little longer. Right? We can do a little more. We can go a little farther. We can extend a little further. And that's because I do this with God. If I didn't have a belief in God, if I didn't have a belief in God, if I didn't maintain my sanity when folks said it was impossible, if I had believed everything people said about me, if I had believed what everyone said I couldn't do, imagine what I would have got done. And that's absolutely nothing. I remember standing a year ago when I came back to Toledo, Ohio. I remember standing outside, people, in the freezing cold. I remember standing out in the rain trying to fulfill my vision. Fighting for justice for someone else. Fighting for justice who they said didn't have a shot. Fighting for what I deem to be justice for someone whose society has already written off. They said he was a crackhead. They said he was homeless. They said he deserved what he got. I said, I'm going to shut down a liquor store. They said, oh, you can't do that. You can't shut down the Arabs. They got long money. They got Arab money. I said, I believe that can happen. I believe that we will win. And God dang it, I shut down a liquor store. Not only did I shut down a liquor store, not only did I put a damper in their money, we shut the place down. We got their liquor license taken. And we got 2 individuals from that video arrested. Don't tell me it ain't possible. Don't tell me you can't make stuff happen. Don't tell me that the haters and the naysayers are going to slow you down. I am living proof. When I had majority of the city saying that it was impossible. I said that I was going to take on work release, a county government agency. What crazy man you think can shut down a government agency? I did it when they said it was impossible. In less than 3 more weeks, work release, Lucas County work release at 1111 Madison will be entirely shut down. I've gotten about between 40 and 50 people released from that facility. Don't tell me it ain't possible. We know the stuff that work release has been going on for 4 years. You mean to tell me that one person had a belief that he could do it and he did it? Don't tell me, people. Don't tell me it ain't possible. Don't tell me it ain't possible. Don't tell me it ain't possible. Don't tell me you can't make it happen. Don't tell me that the naysayers and the haters are going to prevent you from being able to do God's work. Last but not least, Dr. King, when he was alive, the world would have you believing that he was loved, he was adored, he was accepted and admired by all of those in every state. But let me tell you, let me be clear, Dr. King was hated by more people than you could imagine. Dr. King, who has a federal holiday, who has streets, highways named and schools named after him, facilities named after him. Dr. King was hated by a lot. Don't be confused. They hated him. And more people that hated him, of course, we had the fair share of white folks who hated him, but there were a lot of black folks who hated Dr. King. Now everyone's bragging about how they marched with him, how they supported him, or how he had a conversation with them back in the day. Now, I'm not saying that I'm Dr. King. I'm a new young millennium, one who can think for himself, one who is not codependent on the system, one who doesn't look and turn to others to get a confirmation, one who does not look to local media for accreditation or accolades. See, because before there was media, and when activism originated, we didn't depend as activists. We didn't depend on local media to carry us through. It was hard work and dedication, the drive and tenacity, the audacity. It's what was required to be able to create change. So I just wanted to leave this message with you. There are going to be three types of supporters. There are going to be three types of supporters. It's going to be your distant ones, your designated ones, and the divine. I love you guys. I'm sweating in here. I was giving a little sermon. I'm sweating like a pig. But listen, I just want to let y'all know that you guys got to keep going forward. You can't look to the approval of small-minded people. You can't look for the approval of those who ain't never been there. You can't look for the approval or the acceptance from folks who ain't doing nothing for your people or for your city. Ain't did nothing and ain't gonna do nothing. Ain't did nothing and ain't gonna do nothing. Stop looking for the approval of ants. Stop looking for the approval of flies. I was recently talking to a friend of mine. He goes by the name of Tracy Haynes. He's locally known as the Rare Breed. And Tracy often reminds me, elephants don't swat at flies. I said, Tracy, what? He said, brother, elephants don't swat at flies. And as I sit back and I reflect on that proverb there, I said, I guess you got a point. Elephants don't swat at flies. And when you know your value, when you know what you bring to the table, you cannot swat at flies. And so it is important for me to remind myself to stay focused, and as my mother would tell me, is keep my eyes on the prize. I love y'all. Y'all be safe.